What's up, guys? This is Dustin here from Awesome Sauce up in the Awesome Sauce Vapor Northfield store. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, it's right down the road from the Northfield Roxino. I'm coming at you today with a product review. Today we have the Smok Nord. I've been getting a lot of questions about this, so let's see what we can figure out about it. The Smok Nord is actually the newest of the mouth-to-lung products from Smok, but this one actually comes with a catch. It can run both salt nick and regular juice depending on which coil you are running. Those that actually did catch that, this is coil-based, not pod-based. The coils press into the bottom of the pod. It is still a removable pod, and pod is still what you fill up, but the coils actually do go into the pod. Some of its features real quick: has an 1100 milliamp hour built-in battery. It is a button activated versus a draw activated. Kind of a con for some people. Personally, I like button activated. 3 milliliter juice capacity. The coils are either a 1.4, which is meant for salt nick, or a 0.6, which can either run low salt nick or regular juice. The output wattage on this guy is between 10 to 15 watts. So I have the 1.4 ohm coil in here right now, running 50 milligrams worth of salt nick. Let's see what it does. Flavor. The flavor for this guy is outstanding. It's just flavor for days. Now, the flavor out of this guy is better than any other mouth-to-lung that I've tried. I have tried the Soarin' Air, the Soarin' Drop. I have the DNA Orion. I have tried the MePod, the Fit, the whole shebang. And honestly, the flavor is just impeccable. If you are a flavor chaser and you want a nice stealthy vape, hands down, the Smok Nord. This little puppy does come in 6 colors. You got the white, black, green, red, gold, and a prism rainbow. Coil life is actually surprisingly good too. I mean, it all depends on what juice you're running and how often you hit it. But truthfully, I haven't killed a coil yet. I've gone through other coils just to kind of play around. Like I've run the 0.6, had that with 30 milligrams of salt nick. It was fantastic as well. Hit a little bit harsh for a 30 milligram. That was also my juice. But the coil life is surprisingly good. All right, guys, let's get up close and personal with the Smok Nord today. Here's some packaging shots for you. You're already familiar with Smok's packaging. You take this little slip cover here off. Inside, you got your warranty card, your manual, a little gel packet, and there she is. Let's go ahead and take this little guy out right now. Got the gold one to show you guys up close. Some quick dimensions for you. This puppy is 94 millimeters tall, 30 millimeters wide, 18.8 millimeters deep, and weighs roughly 80 grams. When you take it out of the packaging, you will take this little guy out right here. This pod right here holds 3 milliliters of liquid. Look up close with the pod. Show you the inside of this real quick. Got your 3 prongs there and a little insulator. Now with your coils here, these are a press-in style coil. Right here you have the 0.6 ohm mesh. Now this is good for low salt nick to regular juice. And then beside it, you got the 1.4 ohm. This one is designated for salt nick. Now when you get a coil, it presses into the bottom here, and you will see these 2 little flats on the side of the coil right here. And they will line up with the flats right here on the pod. This is so that you don't block off your airflow. Press it on in. Those O-rings will grab. Right there. You will fill it up with your liquid right there. Again, holds 3 mils worth of juice. And it just presses right in here. Like so. Now the button functions on this guy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you press it twice, it'll show you a battery readout. Now, it does have an 8-second cutoff timer. So if it is firing in your pocket, which is common with button styles, especially when they protrude like they do on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again, and she is off. Bottom of it has a micro USB, nice and tucked away. It's got a nice flat surface too, so it will stand up. Let's do a quick side-by-side size comparison of the Novo. The Nord is a little bit taller and a little bit wider, but not much thicker. So, I mean, it's going to carry about the same pocket footprint as the Novo does. It's the biggest complaint that we've had from people so far is they think that it is too big, and now that you see them side by side, it really isn't that much bigger. All right, guys, that does it for the up close. I'll see you back in FaceTime. So, what'd you think of that close up? Let's end today with some pros and cons about the device. Pros, flavor. I cannot express that enough. I had given up on flavor in mouth to lungs until the Nord came out and it showed me the light. The battery life is fantastic. It won't even be at the halfway point by the time I leave the shop tonight. And that's from 9 o'clock in the morning when I start hitting it until 8 o'clock at night. The finish on it is durable. I've accidentally dropped this multiple times. I don't even have a single nick in it. Now, it is a little bit of a fingerprint magnet, but you're going to get that with the high gloss finishes. Now, what about the cons? It's leaky, but that kind of happens with press-in coils. Now, with that being said, there's nowhere really for the juice to go inside the battery itself. You know, with the Novo, we've actually noticed that they leak too, but they actually have an airflow sensor hole that it does leak down into, and it does cause some miscellaneous malfunctions. It'll continue to fire after you're done drawing, things like that. Truthfully, that is the only con that I have for this device. It's been trusty, it's been reliable, battery life for days, the flavor, I cannot express to you how much flavor it gives off. Honestly, the only way you know is to try it. In closing, the thing that everybody's going to want to know, if I lost this today, would I end up picking up another? Hell yeah, I would. In a heartbeat. I'd actually be a little depressed. The flavor is literally just the best that I've had out of mouth to lung. I can't beat that battery life. Like I said, I would honestly pick another one up. This is Dustin with Awesome Sauce Vapor up here in the Northfield location. Keep an eye out for more reviews coming your way, guys.